Do you watch your child struggle with a crayon or get frustrated trying to count and feel that little pang of worry? Are you constantly asking yourself, is this just a normal developmental phase, or is this a sign they need extra help? Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Three Koi Fishes channel. Our team is made up of parents with over 80 years of combined experience. We personally research and vet ideas, then use AI avatars to present our findings. To be clear, the underlying expertise and research are completely human. We strive to empower you with informative content to help your child thrive. Today, we're tackling a topic close to every parent's heart, spotting the early signs of learning challenges. We've reviewed an incredibly insightful article from the Child Mind Institute, summarizing the expert advice from clinical neuropsychologist Dr. Daryaneh Badaly. You don't have to wait until formal school to get answers. We're going to share 6 specific clues you can watch for in your toddlers and preschoolers that might signal a need for early support. Early intervention is a game changer, so stick around and let's start the main video. Let's be clear about what we're looking for. It's so easy to worry when your child is just a little behind a peer, but as Dr. Badaly points out, kids develop skills at different speeds. Being the youngest or the oldest in a class often means they're ahead or behind others, and that's normal. We all have different strengths and weaknesses, right? One child might be a natural artist, but struggle with counting. The key is to look for a consistent and significant gap. A formal learning disability, LD, is defined by a gap between what's developmentally expected and what a child is actually able to do in a specific academic area, like math or reading. For example, a child who keeps up socially but is drastically falling behind in reading. Crucially, most LDs don't become officially diagnosable until a child has had exposure to formal schooling. That's why this video is so important, because even without a formal diagnosis, early support and intervention can have huge benefits and prevent those struggles from becoming big barriers later on. If you appreciate getting this information before a problem becomes an emergency, hit the like button for us. Dr. Badaly explains that in younger kids, learning challenges look minimal because their work is minimal. But the signs are there if you know where to look. We've broken them down into 6 key areas. First is Clue 1. Fine motor control issues. This is one of the earliest signs. Watch their hands. Does your child struggle to learn the correct pencil or crayon grasp? Do they have trouble using basic utensils like forks and spoons? Or do they actively avoid activities like coloring, drawing shapes, or building with blocks because it's physically hard for them? If the answer is yes, this isn't about being lazy. It could be a fine motor control issue. Catching this early can lead to occupational therapy, OT, which strengthens those skills so they don't become a barrier to writing later on. Next is Clue 2, receptive language problems. This refers to difficulties understanding words they hear or read. Do they often seem confused when given a 2-step direction? Do they struggle to follow stories or conversations? This receptive language is a fundamental building block for all future comprehension. Clue 3 focuses on expressive language problems. This is the flip side, trouble using words to express themselves. Are their sentences perpetually simple when their peers are speaking in complex phrases? Do they consistently substitute the wrong words? If a child is having trouble understanding or expressing themselves, intervention with a speech-language pathologist, SLP, can be extremely helpful. Next is Clue 4. Struggles with early reading skills during the preschool years. Kids are building the blocks of reading through sound. This looks like playing with sounds, like rhyming games or word and sound matching. If your child is really struggling to pick up on the sounds or doesn't seem to grasp the concept of rhyming, Dr. Badaly says that's a clue to watch closely, as it relates to phonological awareness. For Clue 5, this deals with difficulty with early math concepts. Does your child struggle with the basics of counting? Not just counting by rote, 1, 2, 3, but grasping the fundamentals, like putting items in order or truly understanding that the number 2 represents 2 objects. Issues with numbers can become very clear by the end of 1st grade. If basic concepts like simple addition aren't clicking, that's a major signal. And last is Clue 6, unwillingness or extreme frustration. Behavioral clues. This is a big behavioral red flag. If your child frequently gets frustrated, upset, or simply unwilling to do a specific activity, like drawing or simple puzzles, it's probably because it's hard for them. Dr. Badaly advises us to ask, is it hard because they haven't been taught? Or is it hard because the task itself requires a skill they struggle with? Let's now focus on the role of early intervention. The beautiful thing about spotting these clues early is that targeted intervention is available. It's not a scarlet letter. It's just giving your child the right tool for the job. Some intervention tools are 1. Occupational therapy, OT as mentioned. OT is excellent for fine motor issues. They work on hand strength, grip, coordination, and even social and self-regulation skills related to those tasks. 2. Speech-Language Pathologist, SLP essential for both receptive and expressive language issues. They help your child build communication skills. Before seeing an SLP, your doctor might recommend a hearing test to rule out other causes. 3. Evaluation for autism. Dr. Badaly notes that issues with speech, motor control, and social challenges can also be early signs of autism. Unlike LDs, autism can often be accurately diagnosed in early childhood, and early detection is extremely beneficial. If you or your child's teacher see signs, a professional evaluation is the right next step. We have also covered autism in an earlier video where we will provide the link below. Think of it this way. If your child needed glasses, you wouldn't hesitate to get them, right? Early intervention is simply providing a learning lens. Now, let's discuss what parents can do at home. Intervention is only part of the solution. Your attitude at home is key to turning a struggle into a strength. The goal, Dr. Badaly says, is to make learning feel natural and fun, not like dreaded work. She mentions 4 techniques. 1. Low-stress practice. Integrate practice into daily life. Math practice can be as simple as counting the apples when you're making a snack. 2. Build enjoyment of reading. Let your child choose the books you read together. Help them understand how a book works. Here's the title. Here's the author. This is how we read the pages. 3. Prioritize fun. Dr. Badaly warns us to be careful not to overwhelm kids. You really want to approach learning in a fun and enthusiastic way. If you turn it into a high-pressure work assignment, it can backfire and make them feel less engaged. All practice is good, but keep it light. 4. Boost self-esteem. Struggling with learning can really hurt a child's confidence. Regardless of any future diagnosis, focus on building their self-esteem, celebrating their effort, and helping them build resilience when setbacks happen. Your most important job is to be the positive force. Don't let their struggles define them or their self-worth. They have so many gifts outside of these challenges. Knowing the early signs of learning challenges gives you power, the power to seek support, and the power to change the trajectory of their learning journey. Our deep gratitude goes to the Child Mind Institute and Dr. Daryaneh Badaly for sharing this crucial information. If you found this guide helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. And I ask that you consider subscribing to the channel to help promote it and support us in creating more research-vetted content to help your child thrive. All the links to the original article and resources we mentioned are waiting for you in the description box below. See you in the next video.